So excited to kind of dive into your changes, your journey so far. 'Cause I still remember the conversation we had when you first started and when we were mentally, financially, how you felt about yourself, and you just cracked 200.
Yeah, I'm at like was at 197 yesterday morning, and then now I'm back at like 198.3 or something like that. So it's like it's
Dude,
just going back and forth. It's good.
197 from 250?
246.7. Whoa, I have it written down. I was like, wow. Compared to when I dropped weight, like really drastically doing keto and whatever else, and then and just mainly powerlifting, it's a different build, and I'm okay with it. It's like I'm not hurting. My
Yeah.
joints don't hurt, or I'm wondering if like, man, is that pain in my oblique because I ripped something? Or now I know if it's painful, it's like okay, I went too heavy. I gotta lower. Or if it's like I'm sore, it's a good sore. It's not like a worried.
You had a solid connection and communication with your body, right? You tell me, like, do you remember how you were when we first spoke, Dex?
Depressed. Depressed and angry are the two ones that really stick out, and like disappointed in myself. Like being at this milestone of what I thought was close to my potential, and then like it just going away, and then within 3 months I'm back to square one, and then trying stupid workouts and different fad diets, which I knew at the time probably weren't gonna work, but because being depressed and angry and sad, you get desperate, and I was like worried, like I don't want my son to be like me, like as I was at that time. And now my son's walking around yelling Superman. He looks at me, and I'm like, oh yes,
That's
this is cool.
awesome. I know that's what you wanted. Yes. I know that's what you wanted, man. During our first call, you're like, Alex, I just want my son to look at me like a superhero.
Yeah,
You
who else
did
is
it.
going to, But yeah, it's kind of crazy.
And
Yeah.
is it fair to say that this is the strongest and healthiest and pain-free you've been?
Yeah, definitely. Like not just, I guess not just physically strong and mentally. I'm stronger in my confidence. I'm stronger that if I got to show up for something, I have no doubts that I can't. Like I don't think of this. Oh, I can lift 110 pounds
Yeah, yeah,
15
of course.
times,
Yeah.
which I can now, which is crazy. But like like I remember the one thing I know that we talked about, and that's always was constantly an issue for me was my ego in the gym. Like oh that guy's deadlifting 405, or that guy's and then I remember you like Dex, put your ego away, man.
Yeah.
Like and like but like that didn't apply just to the gym. Like it fell into other things. I have no issues saying no now, and like if I really can, or I have no issues like yep I'm there, let's go do this, and then I have more confidence in selling myself. Whereas before, like well like I'm not really confident. Babe, can you just tell them he's not available? Whereas now I'm like yo, give me a shot, let's go see what happens.
Yeah. So you're a lot more outgoing, more of a risk taker. Your brain operates differently. It's like
Yeah. Like there's no question in my confidence to figure something out.
it's not if anymore. It's not if can I do
Yeah.
this. It's how can I do this? How can I make it work?
Yeah.
Not if it will work. It's how.
How do I make it work? Like this is my vision. All
Yeah.
right, I have this stuff. How do I get to that?
Yeah. Like you have more control in your life, like this less fear holding you back.
Yeah.
And like that's ultimately what I have wanted for people to go through this journey. Like the weight, it's a vehicle. Now I can't help
And
to
then
notice, Dex, but your shoulders, your chest, and your traps just sticking out of your shirt now.
oh man, like I love it, but so yesterday I told you went to support our brother
Yeah.
up north. So I had to put on a suit that day, like last August. Like I didn't try it before we went up north. So we got to the church and I put it on, and I'm like, so only thing I can do in this suit right now is sit down and stand up. That's it. And I told my brothers, the friends that they were with, like, dude, at least you got bigger in the right places, man.
But
But
for you, it's like, dude, just too jacked now.
I'm learning that, you put in the work, you stay consistent, at least like what, 90% of the time at least,
And
like that.
I know when you came, just your mood, your energy, man, like was a big deal for you. How has it changed for your relationship with your wife, your relationship with your kids? Like, how are you showing up now?
I think I annoy my wife a little bit just because it's like, babe, it's late. I'm like, I know, but let's go do something. Let's like, I might have a little bit too much energy.
Yeah.
So our schedules are packed. And like for me, like let's keep going. Let's like want to get Freudo, or let's get yogurt. Let's
Yeah.
just like
You
let's
wanna
just do
do more.
more. New restaurant. Yeah, I want to do more.
Yeah.
You know, like I think I annoy her a little bit, but she also loves it, which is great.
Because
Because
in the past,
I didn't want to do anything.
yeah,
I just wanted to go home.
yeah,
You know, and my wife was the one like, let's go, let's go. And now I'm the one where it's like, hey, babe, you want to go check this place out?
yeah.
And then with my kid, like he knows that when it's him and dad, like it's time to we can do it though. Yeah, it's time to have fun.
No, I'm really glad to see you happy, man. Like your energy. I mean, when you came, there was this energy. Like you seemed like a happy guy, but I know you weren't where you could have been. Like I felt
Yeah,
it. But
yeah,
now you just feel like I just feel like you just released. You're you again.
yeah. You know, like I'm trying to get my buddy into drones, and I helped him. He's one of the guys, one of the brothers that came up, and he's been having health issues. He doesn't want to like go to a trainer. I've been recommending you to him. He's like, I'm not ready for that. I'm like, then when are you gonna be ready? So I'm trying to show him like through the things that I do, maybe it'll rub off on him. I remember when I mean, Angry Dex. I remember you always called me Angry Dex.
Yeah.
And then like, I just felt like I was missing out so much on just with my kid.
Yeah.
Just being too tired. And he likes to run around. I just remember like not wanting to, like not even, I just don't want to. I didn't have the energy or I just didn't have the desire to do so. And now I'm asking him, like, do you want to go downstairs? Do you want to go play? Do you want to go run around? And he just looks at me like, no. I think, you know, through the program, like with you and Coach Nad and Coach Tay, it's like the whole, you know, like just in relation to the gym, like the metaphor is, you know, like today or last because we able to bench 85 for 15, 12, 10, you know, it's a failure. RPE 10, you know, form was good, but then the next week, so like that indicates I go up in the next week, 85, 90, whatever, but I don't. Like I get like 13, 11, and 9, which is still good numbers, right? Whereas I know before I would have been pissed off, I
Yeah.
failed, you know, like I would have like, screw it, I just don't want to do it anymore. Or, you know, I'm just gonna keep hammering it and see if something happens and just not even bother. Where now it's like, you know what? That's like I went up in weight, our reps are still good. All right, there's always next week.
It's that self-talk, right?
Mhm.
That self-talk also radiates the way you show up for the people around you. You know, instead of saying I failed, I sucked, now you're like, you know what, I improved. And you can appreciate these little wins to be consistent and be motivated because you also have direction. And I know when we first spoke, finances was like a question or hindrance for you to an extent, right? Even we had a conversation in our last week's group call. I'm like, is that the problem or symptom, right? Now you're more assertive. Now you're more present. You have the energy. And what happened? You got a promotion, right?
Yeah, it's a tool.
Two, right?
I don't even know how.
It's because you showed up differently. Maybe just in your subconscious, you're more of an authority figure. And those are characteristics and traits that these higher levels of career requires to continue to lead teams. And the reason I say that is because it helps us appreciate and realize how much of an impact that decision had made, not just to yourself, but to your current, your present, and your future. Because if
Yeah.
you didn't make that change 6, 7 months ago, life would look so different. It's so crazy, man. Like, and I think even having these conversations with members and people, it helps me become a better mentor, a better coach, because I start to really understand how can I communicate certain things to you guys. And one of the biggest lessons I learned as a mentor for people to come to this realization is really reframing perspective of, well, the reason you're here is due to the actions you've made in the past. So how can you change your future if you continue to repeat your actions?
Yeah. I think another big part of it for me, it's like it's showing that you're not the only one in your situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of the guys that have joined the program, it's like, man, I was there a few months ago. Let me tell this guy my story. You know, and this guy comes up and he tells his story, like, Eddie, go check Discord, you know, or CJ,
Yeah.
you know, and it's cool. Like I feel like I've found some like brothers on there. Like it's a good community.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. So it's just I always look forward when I hear that sound, that notification sound on Discord. Like, ooh, what's going on now?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I love the atmosphere. It's really motivating.
Yeah. And I'm curious here, Dex, like, what is the one thing or the biggest thing you've learned here that you didn't expect to learn from like a online trainer that people like to say?
You got to give yourself grace. I think that's one of the biggest things that I've learned from the community. You got to be patient with yourself. That's what I mean. You give yourself some grace. Like if you failed the first time, or you weren't able to lift that ideal weight, or your form's off a little bit, you know, like. And like I think after not being so hesitant to like talk or post it in Discord, I was more forgiving of myself. because the positive response from the guys,
Yeah.
it feels uplifting. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but it's
Yeah,
feels
for
like,
sure.
I got this. I could do this.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what I'm always trying to keep in mind. Oh, sure, buddy. Trying to keep in mind.
I love it.
But like, yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like learning to be patient,
Yeah.
learning not to like hate on myself,
Mm.
not to like blame, like put blame on anything or anyone, just because I know it's gonna take time, it's gonna take work. It's been years since I've done anything like this with a trainer or with a camp or whatever have you. And I'm not the same person I was at those times as I am now.
Cool.
Yeah,
A lot of
like
people here, Dex, thinks that all we do is give meal plans and programs, you know? And it
yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I was one of those guys too, but then, but seeing it now, like, no, it's a community. We all have like a common ground, common bond.
interests and hobbies, yeah. Yeah, like so many people think that, oh, it's just a meal plan and a program, but they don't see that it's beyond that. Like those are tools. Like what we do
Yeah,
here is help you find and unlock who you really want to become. And the
my,
vehicle is just fitness.
and mindset, and then like the thing you always tell me, put your ego aside.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's forever locked into my head with anything that I do. I'm actually like really happy with how things are going. I'm excited all the time to either get into the gym, try a new workout, what your meal plan is. I'm excited when like you or Coach Naz jumped into the chat or Coach Tay. I was able to relate to you really well, and you were very like personable and welcoming, and you still are.
Yeah.
And when people ask me about you that are outside, like that aren't in the photo, I'm like, dude, he is legit and he is sincere. Like, what else would you want in a trainer? But just
Yeah.
here's your program, here's your
Yeah.
meal plan. Well, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
That's what it is a lot of the time. So one more thing I wanted to tell you,
Yeah, yeah.
because of you guys, I recently developed like enough confidence and minimized my doubt in starting a YouTube vlog.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
I'm
awesome.
still learning, but like, yeah, like when people ask me, so why you started? Like, I've always wanted to, was just always kind of like scared to do it. And then they asked me what changed, and I was like, well, all right, so this is my coach, Alex Mendoza, and this is the one I'm trying. When I'm going through the whole like
Yeah.
thing to like I'm starting from the beginning of the whole story.
Yeah, yeah. The origin.
Yeah, like the origin, and then like, okay, can you get to the point? I'm like, no, it's already recorded, and then this is, I'm telling them like, oh, well, cause like I felt like this about myself, and then I saw him, I tried his stuff, and I did all this, and blah 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 blah, and then like my mindset shifts, and I have more confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to let you know, like because of you guys, like I'm more confident.
Dude, that's awesome.